Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne's Sharp World, where today we are talking about Chinese knife manufacturers. This is a subject I have thought about talking about for a while now, and I've been a little hesitant to bring it up. But recently there was a comment made on one of my posts for, I believe, this guy actually, about someone thinking, hey, I'm going to try it, but I found out it was a Chinese-made knife, so no go. Well, first of all, before I go any farther, I want to say I'm not calling out that viewer. I'm not calling out that comment. I think it's important for everyone to, everyone has the right to express their opinion. I appreciate and respect everyone's opinion on my channel. I'm not going to name that viewer, but the viewer that commented that, thank you. Because this is a topic that I've thought about talking about for a while, and I wasn't sure, I want this channel to be complete knife happiness. I don't want to purposely piss anybody off. I want us all to just talk knives, have a good time, and hopefully give you guys content that you'll come back for more for. While I'm on that real quick, if you're not subscribed to me, if you're not following my channel, please do so. It would mean the world to me. I would really appreciate it, and I will do my best to keep bringing you guys good content and keep some good conversation going and just have fun enjoying knives. But anyway, back to this topic. So to the viewer that said that, thank you. I appreciate it. And I want to give my opinion on this because I think there's a lot of things to talk about. Myself personally, I've got 6 years experience in full plant operations in management, whether it be in assisting or head plant management. That's my background. So I have a little insight to it, and I think it gives me a bit of a unique perspective on exactly what I think about it, whether I think it's right or wrong. And I'm going to get straight to the point. I have absolutely no problem supporting Chinese manufacturers, and let's just start right now on why I do not have a problem with that. First off, number one is quality. You can find good quality and you can find bad quality everywhere. You find really good quality in this steel wheel Avior right here. This is a Chinese knife. This was made in China. To me, this is one of the most underrated budget knives of the year. It's absolutely fantastic in the hand. It's got a great blade shape. It's got a nice grind. It's got a very, very sturdy build. You can beat the hell out of this knife and it's going to be just fine. All around for the $62.99, I think it was, in the $50-$60 price range. $60 price range. You can't beat this. It's great. It's a great design, great colors, great little pop of red back here. All this made in China, and zero quality complaints with this whatsoever. So again, there's good quality in China. There's bad quality in China. If you focus on the bad, that's all you're ever going to see is the bad. But bad quality comes from everywhere within the U.S. and outside of the U.S. I'm not going to support bad quality. So if that bad quality is coming from the U.S., guess what? I'm not going to buy it. If it's coming from China, guess what? I'm not going to buy it. That's where I stand on that. And that's never going to change. I don't care who's doing it. If I was making a knife in the U.S. and it was crap quality, I wouldn't blame you guys one bit for saying that's trash. I'm not buying it. You shouldn't. Riot, Wee, Kaiser, Spyderco, Taichung, Cold Steel, the list goes on and on. They all provide excellent quality at, high end to affordable prices. There's no problem there. You're getting your money's worth, or you're building your collection. Bottom line, you're getting enjoyment from them. So I struggle to see a real problem there. From the quality aspect, that argument should be out the window. It should be gone for good, because China has by far and above proven already that they come out with just as good a quality as anything out of the U.S. I'm not going to say better, because I wouldn't say they're better, not by any means. But they're just as good with some companies. Riot, obviously, we probably all know the most. They can go head-to-head with a lot of U.S. manufacturers, and I'm not dogging U.S. manufacturers. That quality is a commitment. Quality is a commitment to detail and passion and coming out with a good product. That has nothing to do with anything more than that. Anyone that is dedicated and driven to be great at something can do that. You just have to put in the time and resources, and there are Chinese manufacturers that have done that. So that's the quality subject. Now, the next couple kind of tie into each other, and I'm going to start off with opportunity, because I think a lot of you guys know outsourcing manufacturing to China provides an opportunity for American knife makers to showcase their design to a much, much bigger audience. A great example is right here, the Finch Tikuna. There's a good chance I'd have never heard about these guys if they weren't able to mass produce their knife through China. And you know what? When it comes to mass production, operating costs in the U.S. is exorbitantly high. Don't even get me started on actual startup costs to start a business like a knife company. The machines, the resources that have to be purchased and brought in and set up for that. Very, very few people can afford it. Excuse me. It's not something for everyone, but companies have the opportunity. They have the opportunity to go over to connect with one of these Chinese manufacturers and say, hey, I've got a good design. I'd like to work with you guys on it. You know, what are my options? And you have options like this. This is one of my examples, and it's the best example I had on me. I'm actually in upstate New York right now for work for the week, so I travel weekly, so it's hard for me to pull out some knives as examples, so I tried to grab the best little grab bag of stuff I have here for you. But I think this is a really good one because Finch, they're new to the scene, and without being able to mass produce through a Chinese outlet, we'd probably never hear of them. And you know what? That'd be a damn shame, because this is a fantastic knife. It is everything that you love about a knife. It's got action. It's got a unique design. It's got a good brand. It's got a lot of good things going for it. But could they find someone in the U.S. to work with to manufacture this knife? Maybe they couldn't. They probably couldn't. So they ended up in China. And you know what? That's fine, because it gave me a product that supports a U.S.-based company, and it's a good product. There's absolutely nothing to really dog about this knife here. It's great quality, good design, everything's good on it. So no complaints there. So you know what? They got their product out, they got their opportunity, and that's very important. Next up, with that opportunity brings exposure, and that brings exposure for not just manufacturers, but also for designers. And let's talk about a few designers here. We have Elijah Isham. I'm sorry, it's one of the two. It's not both. I think it's really bad to mispronounce someone's name, but I've never gotten the actual confirmation on either one. But anyway, he's one of my favorite designers. I've never met him in person. I sure hope to one day, because I love his designs. So we got Elijah right here. Over here, we got Adam Purvis. A lot of people know who Adam Purvis is. He makes amazing clips. He makes awesome designs. He's currently got a run of some knives out right now that were made in China. The Progenies, I believe, Progeny MRs and Progeny regular Progenies. This is a Bestech Texel from his design. You got his maker's mark here. So you got Adam Purvis, and one more. You got Dylan Mallory, another great designer. 3 designers right here who are gaining exposure through Chinese manufacturing. I'm running out of room here. Sorry, let me slide this stuff up here. But that's huge. These are American designers, guys. These aren't someone from some other part of the world. I don't know everyone's reasoning for not wanting to support Chinese manufacturing, but you have a lot of American companies and American designers that are benefiting from Chinese manufacturing, that are providing amazing pieces. Dylan Mallory has a very, very nice design to a lot of, he has a style that you can associate with his name, and it's another really good one. Same with Adam Purvis. There's a trend to his designs and they're beautiful designs. They're different, but very good in hand. Very nice, the sheep's foot blade is kind of a thing with Adam. You see that in a lot of his designs, and he can showcase that through Bestech, through CJRB, and Elijah through Civivi. Now, I think Elijah has been on the scene a little longer than these two, maybe. I don't know the exact year, so I'm not saying anything for sure, but I personally have known of Elijah a little longer. But again, he's benefiting. Civivi is part of his income. When you buy this knife, he gets a piece of the pie. It may not be a huge piece, but you know what? He signed on and he's okay. And that's the same with Dylan. That's the same with Adam. That's the same with any other knife designer that signs on with a Chinese company. They're going to have their designs shown to the public. They're going to be appreciated. They're carried. And you know what? More than anything, you get an awesome design like this McKenna right here at a very reasonable price and amazing quality. You're not losing. Yeah, you're giving some money to a Chinese-based business, but you're still supporting American. If that's everyone's big thing, if you want to support America, I totally get that. I totally respect it. But there's American designers who, also at the same time, if you say you're not going to buy Chinese, in a way, you're also saying that, I don't want to buy Elijah Isham. I don't want to buy Dylan Mallory. I don't want to buy Adam Purvis and any other American designer who designs through Chinese manufacturers. So, for me, it comes down to supporting good people, supporting good designers, and supporting good quality. And if it's American made, that's great. I'd love to buy it. I have my Microtex, I have my Protex, I have my Benchmades, I have my American made Spydercos, and those are all great, and I love them all. But I like a lot of these knives a lot too, and there's so many more that I don't have with me to show you. But again, the exposure that it brings to some of these guys, it not only gives them a name to build off of and a brand to build off of, it also gives them the opportunity down the road, if they become successful enough, maybe they can open up their own U.S.-based company and make their own knives here in the U.S. if that's what their true goal and endeavors are. If they really want that, it's helping them build a platform to do that with. A lot of them probably won't, but that's fine. It's still giving them an opportunity that they wouldn't have had. It's hard for designers to go to Benchmade or ProTech or Microtech or any of these companies that are exclusively USA made. I'm not dogging them. I love every one of them. As a matter of fact, majority of my knives are probably, I don't know. I'd have to look at all of them to see exactly how many I have are U.S. and how many are Chinese and how many are Italian knives. That's another big area, Italian knives. But where all do they come from? I'm not sure because I've never really paid that close attention to it. Because again, I've bought designers, I've bought brands, and I've bought quality. I don't stick to one nationality, but there's a lot of points that people come from. Everyone has their own angle and opinion on things. So it's like, where are you coming from? If you're coming from a designer standpoint, you're totally good to buy Chinese knives and support great American designers that are providing great quality. And I don't think there's anything wrong with giving them some of your business and also helping build their brand and name, because some of these guys in the knife industry, they go from, they like to build relationships with companies, but you never know where they can go. A lot of them make their own knives and design mass production knives on the side. So again, it's a really good way for them to get their names out there and to get their feet into doors of places that before that they may have never had a chance to get into. So it's a great thing, and it's something that a huge reason on why I support it. And lastly, competition. Competition's a big one, because in the U.S., as you know, with operating costs running at a premium, there's not a lot of places where you can get denim micarta for $29.90 or $29 and change. Pretty nice denim micarta, D2 steel for $29. I won't even get too deep into Civivi, but you have micarta, again, D2, and an overall excellent design for $50-$60. You have CJRB providing micarta and another, in my opinion, all-time great EDC option for $50-some. So what this does, what it provides, when you have knife manufacturers providing this type of quality at those type of prices, That provides competition. Competition to American makers to not necessarily immediately change the prices of their products and get too deep into that. But what I mean is, so if you have Civivi, QSP, Steel Will, CJRB coming out with designs like this for anywhere from $30 to $60, $70 on the high end. If you're talking Damascus, then yeah, it's a little more, but you're talking a very, very affordable price. And what that does is that opens up the eyes and ears of all the American manufacturers, because they're listening, because not all companies are the same, but companies are aware of what's going on within each other. So if you have an American-made company that is going to make a knife with micarta and D2 steel, and it's going to be somewhere in this size, who knows, something similar to this, and they look at it when it's all said and done and they say, what do we want to price it at? Well, we got some nice micarta, and the brass is real popular right now. The D2 steel, with a good profit built into the price, we can sell it for $60-$70. But then this is where the management side kicks in, and this is where people that want to just make money start to have an opinion, and they say, well, why do we sell it for 60 or 70? We can probably get 90 or 100 for it. Well, that's very true. You probably could. But then they stop and look, and they look at the competitors. Where are the competitors at? Where's everybody else at? Oh, well, we have CJRB. We have CJRB in at, $50, $55. We got Civivi in at $60. QSP at $30. So we got micarta and D2 from $30 to $60. So all of a sudden, maybe we don't want to sell our knife for $100. Maybe we'll knock it down to $75 or $80. And I'm not saying that's exactly how it happens, but that is something that the competition, that the competitors pay attention to. There's no point in pricing something out of the level of their competition because it's not going to sell. So having these knives come in with great quality, with good materials at a ultra low competitive price, it keeps the market reasonable. I think we'd all like to get amazingly made knives for $25, $30. That's not the reality of it. But the fact is that Chinese manufacturing does help keep the competition pricing in check. Whether you like that or you don't like it, I don't know why you wouldn't like that. I don't remember hearing the last time someone say, oh, well, I got this knife for $50, but I would have been glad to pay $100 for it. I wish I could have paid $100 for it. No, they're not saying that. They're like, man, you know what? I got a nice knife. I got a great knife. It's awesome quality, at an extremely reasonable, amazing price. I'm going to go back to that brand. I can't wait. I hope I see more of that in the knife community, in the knife industry. And you're getting that. You're getting that in large part due to Chinese manufacturing. And at the end of the day, guys, stop and take a look at some American-based companies that are manufacturing in China. Obviously, we already went over Spyderco, but Kershaw, CRKT, Cold Steel, Gerber, SOG, Buck, they're all doing some manufacturing in China. So while some people have a problem with that, I'm not saying to those people you're right or wrong. All I'm saying is, look at the positives of some of this. I'm trying to even these out in the camera, and it looks absolutely terrible. I promise I'm not drunk. But no, I mean, right here, I think this is a nice range and nice variety of a lot of my points and examples when it comes to Chinese manufacturing. Knives can come all over the world. They can come from Americans, they can come from Chinese, they can come from Italians. I think at the end of the day, what makes the knife community special is the way they support each other. So I think the most important part when buying a knife is you're supporting the person and you're supporting the company. Supporting the country is always great, but there's a lot of other ways you can support your country. Buying a $50 or $60 knife isn't going to make or break your patriotism to the United States of America or to any country that you live in. This is an art. This is a skill, and there's not a lot of people that can go out and make pieces of art like this. Yes, they're production, but they're still designed in the form of art. I'm a firm believer of that. I think that's something we should all keep in mind. So when moving forward, guys, when you're looking at your knives and looking to make a purchase, I would suggest, I would just suggest that you look beyond the country of origin of manufacturing and look at the designer, look at the company, and go from there. Because there's a lot of great options out there. There's a lot of great people out there, and there's a lot of reasons to buy Chinese knives that don't get addressed. So I hope this has addressed some of those points. I hope it's at least made you think, because I'm not trying to really tell anyone what to do. I'm never going to tell anyone what to do. But I just think it's important for everyone to share their opinion and give their thoughts on matters. And again, I'm the last person to tell someone, you're wrong for saying this, you're wrong for saying that. To me, we're all wrong and we're all right in different ways. And when it comes to the passion I have for pocket knives and folding knives, it goes beyond the U.S. and it goes more into the people and the artistry and minds that design them. So I appreciate all these designs, and that's why they're on the table. And I think they're all great examples. And I hope this opened up everyone's mind on what exactly they're looking for in a knife and what they want to support, because I think there's a lot more to it than just the country it came from. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on Chinese manufacturers? What are your thoughts on what I had to say? There's no wrong answer. You can tell me I'm stupid. You can say I made some good points. But let me know what you think. I would like to know. And like I said, if you're not subscribed to me yet, please hit that subscribe button. And I will be back to you guys this weekend with a pretty good knife review. So I will see you then. And until then, I hope you all take care and have a great day. Bye.